8:22 and I believe it's Wednesday the 4th of August. I think that's where we're at. Day 71 I think it is. We're not too far from Camoweal, about 34 or 35 kilometres or something I think it was. Quiet night there. There's a wrecked car just over beyond the thing, and I thought, oh, I might wander over and have a quick look at that. Too late, next thing I see is a bloke standing on top of it. Probably collecting bits and pieces for his own vehicle. Anyway, and that was the other deal I made with myself, and that is that we'd change the battery in the audio every morning. That meant that there was a day charging and a day using, rather than what I've been doing, and that is you're running along and you suddenly realise you're running out of battery and you don't know what's going on. You've been talking and everybody's relieved because they can't hear you, which is not the plan at all. So now, I think we are in business. From Camoweal, it's about 248, I think it is, to Barclay. And we've got tons of fuel to get that far, so nothing to worry about getting fuel there. Late the last of the eggs this morning, so we might have to look at something like that. Did a little bit of a walk around, took a photo of the car on where we were. And look on the ground, and there's a mark that could be made by a kangaroo. A couple of marks that look as though they're made by a big chook. And there were some camel toes on the ground as well. So, a little bit of wild animals around the place there. Never heard the guy drive in around the back to where the wrecked car was. So whether that was this morning or whether he was around there sleeping last night, who knows. Anyway, there were wheel marks or tyre marks leading in. I don't remember seeing those, but then I wasn't looking for them either before, so there you go. So I had a look at the map last night, and I've got to spend a couple of weeks in the Northern Territory at least. So I thought, right, I will run from Tennant Creek down to, certainly down to Alice Springs, and have a look down there. Maybe have a look out around the McDonnell Ranges. But there's a few things to see down there which I recall from the 2005 trip, very vaguely. Things like the Pebbles Marbles and one called the Pebbles, that I don't know whether I actually got in to see them or not. I went into where I thought they were, where the map said they were. But we have the benefit of a GPS these days to help us be a little more accurate. There's a fair breeze blowing. It was blowing yesterday and it's blowing today as well, so I don't know whether it's of any benefit to us or not. But certainly between Cloncurry and Mount Isa, we dipped under the 5 kilometres per litre, but then we needed to push along a bit on that highway. It's probably a good thing that I travel on my own, because when I stopped yesterday afternoon, it was after 5 o'clock when I finished doing my video grabs. In fact, it was 6 o'clock. By the time I finished doing my video grabs and then going through Photoshop and doctoring photos up so they look half decent before I put them up on the net, and writing the blog, wonder whether people appreciate it, but regardless, it's a history. It's a history of what I've done. Basically there for my benefit anyway, I suppose. When I get back, I really should start collating all this stuff and getting it into some sort of semblance of order. But then I've got a whole heap of stuff to do video-wise. I'm thinking, well, a lot of people not going to sit down for an hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever it is and look through a video, but if I start cutting the highlights out of those and putting them up as separate videos, and that gives me an extra possibility of income stream as well. We'll see how it all goes. It's time to start driving the YouTube business. We have a flow of vehicles going the other way now. Probably early birds are leaving Camoweal. It's 10 to 9. It's only about another 17 or 18 kilometres and we lose half an hour. We go down the south into the Northern Territory. Instead of being 9 o'clock, it'll be 8:30. Droving Heritage Centre. Drovers Camp. Should get and have a look at those. Not open at the moment by the looks of things. A bit early in the morning maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, then we got to get ourselves, get our phone buddy charged up again, don't we? Ah, shit. Well, there's a whole heap of caravans all going out together. It'll be a nightmare to get around if they're all travelling together. We've got a situation whereby we've got to go through a checkpoint to get into Northern Territory. You've got to show your credentials and your papers. They're on my phone. My phone's flat. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So we're just charging it up a bit so that at least we've got something to show the guy when we get there. We've also got signal, so we'll actually use the place to upload the stuff from yesterday. In fact, we might do that while we're waiting. Do the upload. Okay, so upload speed is 0 basically, so it's no point even bothering trying. I don't know where the checkpoint is, but that's beside the point. Now this is a dump point here on the right. Well, that's normally chocolate block full of tourists, but they've all left town this morning, all taken off, all one hit. It's 9:20. Supermarket, general store, service station, pub. Looks like everything's just about closed. Let him go through. I reckon Buckler's Historic General Store. It's closed. Looks like everything's closed but the Puma service station. 178.9, so it's all the line up there for. Okay, so I'm not going to bother about stopping here, we'll just keep going. A few horses out there. Georgina River Bridge. Well, according to my thing over there, I had strong signal, everything was strong. But just no upload speeds. We'll go and have a look at the Billabong. We'll show that to you. This road also takes you down to the Camoweal Caves National Park. Now this Billabong stretches for yonks. There's plenty of water in it too. It must be dammed up. That must be the way it works. Because there's no water up by the bridge. Birds and ducks and things. Well, this looks pretty empty at the moment, but I reckon I saw probably 15-20 caravans leave pretty much together. And they were heading east. And there were a few in town. So it suggests that this was pretty well populated last night out here. Plenty of birds there, no doubt about that. Hump brolgers taking off right in front of us. one just over there. Time to move on. I assume there's going to be some sort of checkpoint just up here. There was a sign going into the Camoweal, but the sun was shining on it, you couldn't read it. Now, it looked to me as though just about everything in Camoweal was shut. I can't understand that. And this, with the amount of travellers that have been travelling through, surely there must have been enough business there. I mean, the restrictions haven't ended out this far. So we're approaching the border. We'll see what happens. Road closed ahead 1 kilometre. Good morning. It is morning, isn't it?
Yeah. You been to any hot spots in the past 28 days?
No, mate.
No? Excellent. And you filled out your form, I see.
Yep.
And you've put down all the towns that you've...
Yeah.
Yep.
Towns. I haven't been through many towns.
That's alright, the ones you've stopped at.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all on there somewhere.
Okay.
And if it's not on that page, you'll have to flick across to the next page.
That looks like you've got everything here, which is good. No, that's great. To see your driver license and you're good to go. That's right. That's you, mate. That's all I need to know. That's you on the form.
Well, that's a much better picture than what I really look like, though.
I'll keep it then. Don't change it.
Oh, where the hell am I? Here we go. Thank you.
Well done, mate. Drive safe. And
Good one. Thank you very much indeed. Ta.
keep yourself safe.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, way, we're on our way. It looks as though they're only checking him coming into the Northern Territory, not going back the other way. Interesting. Okay. So we're now potentially 2 weeks away from being able to go home. Well, I've got a bit to do while I'm here in the Northern Territory, so that really doesn't matter to me a great deal. The main thing is we're out of Queensland before anything escalates or goes silly over there, so and we're now allowed to do 130 kilometres an hour. I don't think this road is 130 kilometre an hour road. In fact, I'm damn sure it's not. Well, straight away we've got a lumpy road. They don't grade their roads very often here. 435 to the Stewart Highway. Yeah, I seem to recall 2013 we found the road improved as we went over the border into Queensland, but it wasn't always the case. Mind you, Queensland roads are pretty bloody awful in places too, so there we go. Big red sign on the side of the road back there, warning, headwinds increase fuel consumption. Well, that's for sure it does. Keep trying to drive into them full straight. Just looking at the trees there, we've got a fair bit of cross breeze happening, I think. As much as tailwind. I suppose it's a fair warning out here because the next service station is 240 kilometres away, and if you're pushing into the wind and you haven't got enough juice, you're going to run out. So not a stupid warning. So this is the Barkly tableland. Now I'm sure I did my research for the Savannah Way. This was called Mitchell Grass. That air conditioner's a tad cold this morning. So that $500 was well worth the money spent. Always tell when there's water. Or a creek or something. See a cow or a bull or a steer or whatever it is standing out in the paddock there on its own. There was another one near it, but probably under 200 metres away. I thought, ah, the lonely bull. Now there's a song I haven't heard for years, is The Lonely Bull. And I'm thinking maybe we can think about doing that as an instrumental somewhere along the way. So Lee, start thinking about The Lonely Bull, mate. Now, I don't know whether I missed it because the police did have an operation centre set up back there, but I haven't seen any signage to indicate that you should wind your clock back half an hour, because the Northern Territory is only 1.5 hours different to Perth, not 2 hours, just to confuse us all. I remember back in 2010 coming home from Queensland, and I was driving along the old air highway from Canal to Homestead, and I think the camera was set to automatically change time with the GPS, so as a result it also altered the file numbers, because the file numbers are date and time. Of course, if you've got one file in one part reading one time and then you run into an area that's an hour and a half behind, then it starts putting its timings up there, and you suddenly find that you've got two time zones overlapping each other, and you're trying to figure out, well, which bit of road was which, because it all looks the same. So you're trying to work out your sequence, with odd timings. I have noted this time that the camera was set to actually just keep time. I think it's using the one timing, which is birth, I think. Now with the AX100 we don't have that problem because it, well, not when I'm using standard footage, MP4 footage. If I'm doing it in MTS footage, ABC HD, well then it also uses that time system, which I think is a great system for files. I really do. Have ourselves a tower here. And I still haven't been able to work out what those three towers were along the Wills Development Road. They were different. In isolation in the photos, they just look like another tower or another repeater or whatever it is, but they were different. They were a lot lower to the ground. Interesting stuff. I can imagine things are going to be a little bit messy in the caravan when we get there because this road is she's a bit bumpy. We're about 5 kilometres away from a rest area. So it's 10:47 in Queensland time and 10:17 in Northern Territory time, but we left in Queensland time this morning and we've been on the road for about, oh, we've been here about 2.5 hours since we left. Getting close to coffee time. What's this red warning sign say? 100 km/h speed limit ahead. That means we can't do 130 on this road anymore. Jeez, you want to try, would you? This must be the police station. Yeah, police station, 500 metres ahead. Rest area on the left. A public phone, which now, according to what I've seen on the news yesterday, should now be free to use. Sorry, no fuel. Well, of course there's no fuel. No, the fuel station, isn't it? Toilet, other end. Another red sign, warning, crosswinds. The warning was for crosswinds, and if you look at the trees on the side, there's certainly a bit of crosswinds happening at the moment. So yeah, there's a set of cattle yards over here. So a set of yards too. Load at least 2 trucks at a time. Mustering some cattle. Going on his horse. taking him down the long paddock. Got on a bike at the other end. I've got to say that I'm surprised at the lack of stopping areas since we hit the Northern Territory compared to Queensland. Stopping areas only just over a car width wide. They're not all that long, but they're fairly frequent. Hasn't been the case with this road. The rest areas that have been there have been for trucks. We are coming down to a rest area now though. 500 metres on the right, not for trucks, just for cars and caravans and RVs. Those little bastards. Enjoy your rest and thank your summer sedan for. Trouble, looks of things. Might pull in here, I think. Okay, the bloke back there in the RV with the bonnet up. He came in last night. He stopped for the night, turned her off. This morning won't start. Wine's over, it won't kick in. And he thinks that it's probably dirty fuel or something. He's been bleeding it and cleaning out filters and doing this and doing that. Mercedes motor. He's not in a hurry, so he's right, he reckons. But it wouldn't be too pleasant. He's just done the top road, and he was saying the creek's going through them. They were up to his headlights well and truly. So we were lucky when we went through. But he said he just took his time going across. He said there people in caravans went screaming past him, probably getting up above the vibrations, as they say, or the corrugations, as they say, or whatever it is. He came across them a bit later on, and they'd busted an axle and broken stuff inside the vans and all the rest of it. I know the feeling. I said, "Was the RV yours or the hire one?" He said, "No, it's mine." I said, "That's not good news." He said, "Ah, well." He said, "I could give my brother a ring and see if he wants to take a few days off, come out and give us a hand." He said, "But I don't think he'd want to, seeing as how we're not talking to each other." Oh dear, oh dear. Life on the road. We're on top of a slight rise. Have a look at the countryside. There are rocks sitting up to the left and another one further over. To Great Desert Tracks map, so it doesn't give me a lot of information, but there's a rock there. It's only out a picture, I think, that we were looking at as we came down the hill. We're coming around to an area called Wanara, which is, I think, Probably an Aboriginal community or something. There's no alcohol allowed, so yeah, that's the way to travel. My phone just gave me a message, which is probably true, probably right, because if it's an Aboriginal community, they've probably got signal. Sure enough, there is signal. I wonder how much signal.
Yeah, guys, mate, it's only me. Just bringing on the off chance you're in range. You're in the NT, got a job. Having a great day. The sun's shining here. First sunshiny day for about 3 weeks. Can't believe it. Only the second since March. Alright, good on you. Talk to you later. See ya.
Okay, so that was good. We're near an Aboriginal community, and of course they have mobile signal, so I'm able to stop, do the necessary. But trying to make a phone call to Brett, and it's not working. But then I'm in the car now trying to make the phone call back in the caravan, so where the booster is. I should have made the phone call from there, but no, all good. Not getting through to him at the moment. So that sign very definitely said no caravans in truck bays. I wasn't stopping, I was just going off the road to check the phone. Anyway, contrary to Queensland, Northern Territory are providing for the trucks pretty well. Not so much for the general public. Very few stopping bays. And the rest areas a fair way between. Really allowing for any emergency situations at all. Certainly a house there that's not being lived in by the looks of things.
Over along the other side, I just opened all the gates back out into 24 paddock. Whatever walks out, we'll clean it out tomorrow sometime.
Just listening to a conversation on the UHF. Obviously up in a chopper by the sound of things. Talking back to his guy on the
I reckon
ground.
I'll just sort of, there looks to be a bit more feed in this 24 paddock, especially down that 30 and 24 end. So that bigger number will leave into there, and that way the 600 or 700 that are coming from the Seville we're going to bring in, and all the scrubbers, they can just have more maternity then.
There's roadworks going on here, but I don't know where everyone is. It's 1:45. Okay, so they're building probably a truck bay. Oh, we can go back to 130 again now. If you enjoyed this video, there's over 200 more just like it on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when our next video is available. If you liked this video, hit the like button. And if you weren't that impressed, please don't hit the dislike button. Instead, tell us why, so that we can do something about it. Thanks for watching.